Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Season 27 of the Pokemon NASCAR series. Today, we're here at Orlando International Speedway for the running of the Tiburon 500. This track is completely different than what you normally see at any super speedway. This track goes in a clockwise position. Unlike Daytona in our last race, which goes usually counterclockwise, this one goes clockwise. And it is also a super speedway, and it's really fast, maybe faster than Daytona. So if you thought Daytona in our last race was exciting, wait till you see the race here in Orlando. It is going to be a fun night race to watch. And here is the starting lineup. Your pole setter today is the number 77 of Anthony Lopez, and Grayson Acevedo, the defending champion, is also on the front row today. Row 2 has Ethan James and Dylan Thoreau. In row 3, we have Jared Lewis and Zachary Fitzwater. In row 4 is Kev Shear and Cody Smart. And finally, row 5 is Kamika Johnson and Colin Francis. Not going to go through everybody in the starting lineup because that would be a little too long, and we want to get this race going as quickly as possible so you guys don't get like bored in the first couple minutes. Let's take a look where our previous winner starts. DJ Curtis, who was the winner at the Daytona 500, is going to start in the middle of the pack. Just bear with me. I'm trying to find out where he starts. 25th. He starts 25th today here in Orlando. And now let's take you down trackside for the command to fire up the engines. Our first night race, by the way, of the season.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there is the command to fire up the engines. And the cars now roll off track. Looks like everybody's getting a clean restart. I mean, clean start, I should say. Wow, I said restart. Weird. But here we go. 15 laps here at Orlando International Speedway. It is almost exactly like the Tiburon Super Speedway that is at NASCAR games from EA. It's a little wider than Tiburon, but there are rumors that this track could be repaved to make it look like Tiburon International Speedway. We might get to race that very soon, but for now, we're going to go with the good old, this probably will be the old pavement here at this track. And they're going to enjoy every little bit of it with its quirks. Pace car comes down. One car, oh no, the 24 John Arnott's coming to pit before the green. So there goes a perfect start. But anyway, we're going to be green here in Orlando, and the Tiburon 500 is underway. There's John Arnott on pit road already. Tough start for the 24 machine. There's Dylan Thoreau already going to be second. Going to probably try to compete for the race lead. There you see the cars going 4 wide, 3 wide. In the back of the pack. Oh boy, William Brock hugging that yellow line. 4 wide again. Oh man, Leia Walker is just so close to Colin Francis. I'm sure they're going to wreck out soon. Look how close the pack is. Fitzwater's in the wall. Leia Walker contact John Andrews. And man, this race has just gone off to a really tight start. Ethan James, by the way, was the leader on the first lap. Oh, they're still bumping. Well, last race was caution-free, even though we were in a super speedway. But this one, I don't think, is going to be caution-free. There it is. Big crash. The big one is struck. Oh, boy. There it is. The big one here in Orlando. And there is the caution. And I knew cautions were on. Last race had a couple wrecks and spins and didn't bring out the caution. But this one definitely not surprising that the caution came out. I mean, wow, look at how big this crash was. Sorry about the bad views, but look at this. Just a disaster. Wow, already. Loads of cars. It's like a junkyard. Couple cars able to make it through. And only like, I'd say 7 cars made it through. Wow. What an eventful start to today's race. I got it. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. Sorry about that little mess there. I just got cold a little bit. Alright, so we're going to get back to the green flag on this lap. You know why this race is a little shorter than the rest? Because of that big crash, and I didn't want it to be too much of a wreck fest. 18 cars, yes, 18 cars are left on track. That was probably the biggest wreck I've ever seen in any race. Dang, I mean, not more than half the field out of the race. And now only the best of the best can race here, and Orlando get the win. So, the green is back out, and we have Cody Smart as the leader. Ethan James running second. And there's the 7 of William Brock. Smart now has a new paint scheme for the Wood Brothers with Quick Lane sponsoring his car. There's Ryan Acosta down low. John Arnott, by the way, sits in 8th place. Remember, he pitted on the before the start of the race? Well, that paid off because he survived that crash, was nowhere near it, and he's in the top 10. So, what a miraculous day for John Arnott. Had not for that wreck, I think Arnott would have been dead last. Wow, I mean, John Arnott was really lucky. That caution came out, and he's in the top 10. Now he's got a lot of work to do because he doesn't have a drafting partner. There's 11th right now. John. Well, this is for 9th, I think. Sir Cully must have taken 9th. So only these 8 or possibly 9. Well, 8. Yeah, 8 cars are competing to win today's race. Here's Acosta for the lead, and the 20 of Kermika Jazin helping the 16 out. Leia Walker is also in the mix in the 98. I think Luke and Pichu have won at this track. I'm not sure if Leia has. The 16 now in front. Ryan Acosta. 6 laps to go in Orlando. Couple of seasons, like a long time ago in Orlando, we had one of the closest finishes in the series. One race was decided by 1/1000th of a second at this very track. And we could see another exciting finish here at Orlando. Look at how many cars are there. I mean, oh wow, 8 cars competing. And now John Arnott has some help. This could be a miraculous comeback if John Arnott wins this race. The leader is Kermika Jazin. 5 laps to go. Kermika's back after taking a couple seasons off. She is a former champion, by the way, the only female driver to be a champion of the Pokemon NASCAR series. And now she's hoping to make a comeback with a win. Ethan James, one of the rookies this season, battling to get his first career win. Couple drivers, by the way, scored their first wins at Orlando. Could Ethan James be one of them? Look at John Arnott, now running in the top 3. What a comeback for the 24. Just 4 to go at Orlando. There's John Arnott in the draft, and these cars going a 2-car tandem. Cullen Francis and Leia Walker nowhere to go. But they could surprise us by coming from behind. One of those two could win. If they stay in the draft, that is very possible. But it's still, any of these 8 drivers could win the race. There's no chance that 9th place would catch up to them. Look how far they are. Man. There's John Arnott leading with 3 laps to go. John Arnott, who would have thought, would lead this race? We saw him on the very first lap pitting with a problem, and then the big one came out, and John Arnott, now the leader. He still wants to cap off this amazing comeback. Now William Brock is the leader. And Cullen Francis is starting to catch up. There's Cody Smart, looking low. Coming to 2 to go. Here we go. This is where everything is decided. 3 wide for 4th place. Acosta down low. And now the 3 is getting moved up high. That's not where you want to be. John Arnott's on the high line, and maybe his chance of a comeback might have just been derailed. So it's going to come down to Smart or Acosta. Or maybe another driver. Maybe Cullen Francis could win this race. Leia Walker looks low. Leia's going to surprise everybody by making a comeback. We're coming to the white flag with 1 lap to go. Acosta is your leader. Here comes Cullen Francis. Francis has come from behind. Look at that. Brock trying to do everything he can to final line, and he's been shuffled out. Here comes Leia Walker for 2nd, but Acosta has a great distance ahead of everybody else. Final 2 turns for Ryan Acosta. He's pulled away. It's safe to say Acosta has this in the bag. And the former Pokemon NASCAR champion gonna come off the final turn and capture the win in the Tiburon 500 at Orlando International Speedway. And let's see the other top 10 cars. Who's 9th and who's 10th? Wow, these guys were pretty far behind the other 8. And they should be coming up right now. Here they come. And there they go, the rest of the top 10. But the win today goes to Ryan Acosta in the 16. And that's the ticket here for Orlando. Former champion, now Acosta is a winner again in the series. Great job. All he needed was a new team and was able to win today in just the 2nd race of the season at Orlando. So now he and DJ Curtis are winners here in season 27, and we're only 2 races in. Here's the rest of the field's results. 18 cars finished the race thanks to a big crash, and I mean big wreck early on in the race. And look at how many cars were involved. It was just a mess. Wow, it was a huge mess, but in the end, Ryan Acosta survives, escapes, and wins here in the Tiburon 500 at Orlando International Speedway. So a great win for the Roush team. The 16 is back in victory lane. And we will see you guys our next race. Our 3rd race will be Atlanta. So our 2nd straight night race. This time, though, it'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So hope you'll join us for that race. We will see you at Atlanta. And let me just check to be sure I saved it. And I did, because I'm going to get those in the points. And there it is. Here's the victory lane celebration from Ryan Acosta. He wins at Orlando, and we will see you guys at Atlanta.